Let's talk about gatherings, shall we?
His name is not Sten, it is Matti, yeah.
So YouTube is as old as 2005, and already in 2006 we start to see a trend happening where people start to meet up. Bohem would go around and meet YouTubers. In 2007 we have the Hollywood gathering and the San Francisco as one gathering. And in 2007, that summer, was the 777 gathering in New York, which on July 7, 2007, all these YouTubers would meet in Bryant Park, and a lot of them would be a little bit like confused at first, like, wow, what's happening? What's supposed to happen? They would all meet in this open space, and there would be little breakaway groups going for restaurants or to an after party or something. In 2008, you have the 789 gathering, also in New York. You start to see gatherings happen in Australia and other places. And in 2009, the Summer in the City gathering in London kicks off for the first time. And again, people are meeting in an open space, in a park, to a certain extent, of a certain number. In 2010, when I was there, that was my first gathering. You had the meeting on the open space on the Friday, like the greeting in Jubilee Gardens, and then on the Saturday everybody would meet in the Hyde Park, and then in the evening there would be like an arrangement where you got to go and see some bands, some YouTube musicians play. But mainly you have the big meet in an open field, start networking, meeting people that you have followed for a number of months or even years. You meet for the first time, or you meet for the third or fourth or fifth time. And then on the Sunday you would normally have a goodbye day where people would be slightly hungover, some people. But in 2010 saw a different setting for this. 2010 was the first, what is now annual VidCon in Los Angeles, where the Vlogbrothers organized a conference version of a gathering. And for those of you who remember this, there was so much uproar that they were charging people to go to a gathering, and it was undemocratic, and I don't know, not understanding obviously that a venue is not free. You have to rent a space to be able to be in a space. But what that meant was that you got people in and you started having organized, this is what's happening on this stage, this is what's happening in this room. And in 2011 I went there, and I saw this, you have the big YouTubers on stage and people are screaming. You have workshops, you have meetings, meet and greet, you have just pacing around the hotel and stumbling across, stumbling into people that you know or people that you don't know. So how does this relate to what's happening in Sweden right now? So last year, 2011, I organized the first YouTube gathering in May in Stockholm, and subsequently after that there were gatherings and meetups happening in Gothenburg, in Malmö, again in Stockholm, and this year I am organizing the second annual Stockholm YouTube gathering, and some people are like, whoa, let's do it, let's meet the friends that we saw last year, and let's get some new people in here, awesome. And then there's also like, well, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to just meet up on a lawn and just talk? Yes, because that's exactly what a YouTube gathering is all about. You meet up and you start socializing, you film each other, you get new friends. Sounds like, a 14-year-old's going to camp, but it's something like that, because age, doesn't really, play in the same way as normal social settings like a bar or something else. But my plan, and this is the way I'm thinking about what the scene should be, coming further along in Sweden or in Northern Europe, Scandinavia. We have these meetings, we grow the number of people inside this community, because we can't really organize anything specific, like try to bring big YouTubers or something here, until we actually have a core of people that are willing to come and to interact. And by bringing a big YouTuber, I don't mean like we bring Shay Carl up on stage and everybody scream for 30 minutes. That's not my idea of what this should be like. It should be a conversation where you have someone who has a lot of experience within YouTube, who's a big YouTuber, take John Green, for example. He was in Amsterdam just the other day, where, you have a lot of people gather, but you have a conversation where he's talking and, the crowd is talking. It's not a screaming situation. It's more of a exchange of experiences. But still, the socializing is in there as a very important component. So what I would like to do is keep doing these gatherings, keep doing this meetup, build a community, not just Swedes, but Danes, Norwegians, Finns, Dutch, Germans, anyone from Northern Europe, anyone who wants to come over from the States or from Australia, from Asia, anywhere you want to come from. we start building this community, and at some point we realized, oh, we are now a certain amount of people. We can now do these somewhat more organized thing, but still keep the component of having an open gathering, because that's what people really want. In general, not everybody, but in general. Well, I don't know where we're gonna go with this. I have no idea, but we're just gonna keep meeting and keep socializing and keep making videos. And I think that, I don't know where we're gonna end up, but I think it's gonna be a really cool place where we continue to exchange experiences beyond age, beyond whatever, because we all have one thing in common, and that is the camera that we're looking into and that we're socializing with as a tool. So, what are your thoughts on YouTube gatherings? What should they be about? Let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching this really, really long rambling video. I'll see you next time. Bye.
A bus going to Central Station, or on a train to Denmark, or on a plane. And then suddenly I am on the airport shuttle.
To Bergen.